Girls. New name tags made by Kayla. I didn't even ask. She just made them. Very nice. Which is extra helpful because apparently the previous Phoenix tag was hard to read. Yeah. We're continuing in Pokemon Silver, working on catching all the Pokemon. We just caught a Houndour, and we're working on leveling that up. I have investigated how to improve my ability to catch Pokemon, and that is I need false swipe, but I don't want to increase the number of Pokemon I have. So the only thing that I'm running Poliwrath for is Hypnosis. It's HMs that it's using, Lugia can use. So, what I want is a Pokemon with False Swipe that can put things to sleep. And Paris can learn False Swipe by breeding with a Scyther and learn Spore, which is 100% accurate sleep move. Very nice. Is it still 100% accurate in Gen 2? Let's find out real quick. Yep. It's better. You can try asking questions and we'll see how it goes. Hi, Sadesh. Yeah, Spore is still 100% accurate in Gen 2. But the more important thing is that I breed the Pokemon I need to breed to complete the Pokedex. Because that has to be done. And then once I've bred those Pokemon, I only have 2 left. Then I'll worry about breeding a Paris with a Scyther. Okay. Okay, first up, let's see what time of day it says it is. It's daytime. That means I can go catch a Slugma. I'm gonna go back to Gen 1. I've got a thing I'm trying to do in Gen 1 Pokemon. Okay. Let's check my notes. Route 17 day. Yep. Wait, where am I going? Celadon. So the next thing I plan on doing is playing Gen 1 with a route that has the bulkiest Pokemon. I have not seen that, Sadesh. Whoops. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, a bulky route in Gen 2. And then I'm gonna, as if I'm not burnt out on Pokemon at the time, I'll switch to, completing the Pokedex in Gen 3. No, I don't really watch shows. Okay, what's Ice Sponge do? 40. Yeah, I suffer from DID. Okay, we're in max catch rate already. Well, I need a hypnosis, but that's the damage range I need. Okay, I can afford to use weaker balls on this, so I will. Okay, and Slugma is level 37. I pause the game so it's not making that noise constantly. Sword sheet A to Z. Slugma 1600. Wow, that's really weak. 1600 Slugma. Double check. It's 37. Yeah, it evolves at 38. Level 37. Don't evolve. What level am I getting Condor to? 23, so we're almost there. Wait, Swinub. Yeah, Swinub before Centiquil. Okay. It depends on the person. Yeah, some people are unreliable and unpredictable, but, it's not really like that. Basically, I have yet to come across a good representation of D&D. Of DID in, film. Okay, what else do I need to do daily? I need to check for egg. And it's not Sunday, so I can't get return. So I need to go to Saffron and ride the rail. I guess I should specify. I am unreliable under pressure. Wait, what's going on with my... Oh, my phone turned off. Okay. Okay, so I am unreliable if I'm under a lot of pressure, like I have a job, then I become unreliable because my mind can't handle the pressure. But when I'm not working, I am very reliable. I'm known for being reliable, actually. Like people are surprised when I'm late. Yeah. I'm big on doing what I say I'm gonna do. And not making promises I don't know if I can keep. Like how I said, like, I don't know if I'll be streaming today. Because I don't want to tell you that I'm gonna do something when I don't know I'm gonna be able to do it. Now, about everybody thinking I'm a loose nut. I don't associate with people that don't respect my DID. I suspect that my family thinks that of me, that I'm dangerous, or crazy, like, in a bad way, like, because they stopped talking to me. But I don't know, they never told me why. Okay, it's egg time. Okay, who do I have left to breed? Just Clefairy and Magmar. So there's Clefairy. Now I have an egg. And... oh, right. That egg's gonna replace Swinub. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how they feel about me. Okay, so this is a female Magmar. Let me check. This is the female Magmar. Yeah. That's why I don't watch the news. Exactly. I don't know what it's like where you live, but here the news does something called fear-mongering, where they report news not to inform you of what's most important going on right now, but what is most likely to scare you, so that you feel compelled to keep watching the news. No, I've never given an interview for anything like that. Okay. I need to track down if I have a male Magmar. So I'm going to be doing that really quick. First place I need to check is Crystal. I thought I traded over this shit. I thought I caught a Magmar. There it is. I do have both Magmars. Okay, now the question is, can I afford to take out Ditto? Okay, I have to run to the bathroom. I will be back. Okay. Oh, hi, Kame. Sorry you popped in right before I, ran to the bathroom. Okay. Kame, I probably have about half the Gen 2 Pokemon left, so I'd say like 50. Okay. I don't know, Sadesh. I don't know where you're getting that information about DID. That it is just an excuse to get benefits from any information from an organization. That's not... Like, you definitely... An American science journal wouldn't say... Or Wikipedia wouldn't state an opinion like that. It is rare, and it is all psychological. But just because it's all psychological doesn't mean it's not real. You know what's also all psychological? People who hallucinate. You know who hallucinates? Me. That doesn't mean that I can just decide to stop hallucinating. There's nothing I can do about it except go through therapy and take medication. That is a very backwards way of thinking of mental illness, is thinking that it's all made up. It is hard to make studies on DID, but it's not as rare as you think. The problem is people with DID are afraid to tell people because of the stigma. Because most media portrays DID as something dangerous. So they're afraid what will happen to them if they tell people they have DID. Okay, Kame. The only thing I could think of is that you're specifically... Okay, so if what you're saying is true, is that you got this information from Wikipedia and American science journals, then... I'm guessing the Wikipedia in your country is in your language and is biased by the views of people in your country. And I could see that being different. But the Wikipedia we have here isn't allowed to have opinions like that in their articles. They're very strict about the things that they're allowed to write on Wikipedia. Like, for example, you're not allowed to put your own personal knowledge into an article. Everything has to have a source, and it can't even be a primary source, because then you would be interpreting that primary source. It is required to be a secondary source, which means its opinion that somebody else has written officially is the only thing you can put in the article. And things that aren't actually directly relevant to the article aren't allowed to be put in, like things like people are faking it to claim disability. That's not something you could put in a Wikipedia article under the strict guidelines in the American Wikipedia. American science journals, there are a lot of fake science journals out there, so maybe you're reading a fake one. Ones that aren't actually a journal to be scientific and unbiased, but rather to push an agenda. Which, sadly, there's a lot of things out there that do that. Like, there's a fake university on YouTube that a lot of people believe is real, but isn't actually a university. It's literally just people trying to push their agenda onto people, pretending to be professors and official people. Yeah, I have known a total of one person who has done electroconvulsive therapy, and all it did was make her worse. It's something that's highly frowned upon here. Like shocks only treat very specific things, and they often don't work, even when they're being used on the things that they do treat. Here, my experience is that it's like it's a mixture. People either know what DID is or misunderstand what DID is. Okay, so there is something I will say. You can't trust Wikipedia on current events because the problem is that the people that want to push an agenda are fucking with it. People that are passionate about things like that, like the wars going on in the Middle East. Let me pull up Wikipedia Jerusalem fire. Near Jerusalem. I assume you're talking about these fires. What Wikipedia says is wildfires are a common phenomenon in the Jerusalem mountains. So what probably happened is a thing, then this is a thing that happens on Wikipedia, is that there's a current event that just happened, and somebody with ill intentions will create an article so that they can push an agenda, but then that quickly gets fixed. So by the time the Trump administration made a statement about it, it probably wasn't even there anymore. It had been fixed. Also, like, this is the kind of thing I don't want to talk about because there's even more reasons behind this that I don't want to get into because they're bad for my mental health. But this shit gets fixed quickly because the vast majority of Wikipedia editors are very serious about keeping Wikipedia unbiased because it is an educational resource, not a political tool. The problem is the people that are doing these things think that what they're doing is what the thing that they're passionate about, like spreading information about bad things that the Israelis have done. They think in their mind that that thing is so important. Making people aware of how they feel about the Israelis is so important that it doesn't matter. Nothing else in the world matters. The most important thing is spreading that opinion. So they have no respect for the purity of something like Wikipedia, because they think their political agenda is more important than having the world's most used educational resource being unbiased. But that gets fixed quickly by the people that have respect for Wikipedia. Wikipedia isn't a company like most people think it is. Wikipedia is done by people, just random people. I could sign up to be a Wikipedia editor, and I don't get paid or anything. I can just start editing articles. There's like a complicated process behind this kind of stuff. So what would have happened there, to be more specific, is that somebody that probably the person that created the article put in their biased opinions on what they think actually happened when they created the article. Then other Wikipedia editors saw the article and realized this is a problem. This isn't stating facts, this is stating opinions. So they edited the article and locked it so that it can't be edited anymore without approval from like a higher up person. If anybody makes an edit, it doesn't appear on the website anymore until it's been cleared by someone else. Someone that is known to respect the purity of Wikipedia. Yeah, because that's just the way Wikipedia has to be done. Wikipedia has articles on pretty much anything you could possibly think of, and those articles are regularly updated, fleshed out, given more information, corrected when we learn more things about the topic. And you'd have to employ millions of people to do that, which means the only way Wikipedia can exist is if it's done by just random people. If you just let all these people edit articles, it's the only way that it can be kept as it's the expansive resource that it is. Dissociative Identity Disorder. What the fuck are they? This is extraordinarily harmful. And right now I kind of wish I was on a Wikipedia article so that I could report it. This is just wrong. Somebody's come through and fucked with this article, and it needs to be reported. Like, DID is generally a disorder that develops in childhood. No. DID is a disorder that always develops in childhood. It's one of the definitions. This is just one of the many examples of this just being wrong. Somebody wrote this that doesn't... Okay, so somebody wrote a DID article, then somebody else saw that it didn't include a bunch of doubt, so they went through and they changed it to make it look less credible. If DID does not develop in childhood, it's not DID, it's OSDD. Like, the people that whoever last edited this article doesn't understand DID. Like this. Let's just cover this section. This is great in the beginning. The psychiatric history frequently contains multiple previous diagnoses of various disorders and treatment failures. True. The most common presenting complaint of DID is depression, 100%. I don't know anybody with DID that isn't depressed. That is often treatment resistance, with headaches and non-epileptic seizures being common neurologic symptoms. Seizures is a very big sign that it's not made up. Like, people get seizures from this. So, how is it fake? Comorbid disorders, like, that is good information. Comorbid disorders include post-traumatic stress disorder. Yes, that's very common because the things that cause DID also cause PTSD. Substance use disorders, because people self-medicate because they're afraid to tell their doctors. So people are afraid to tell their doctors that they have DID because they're afraid that they're going to get locked in a mental institution. So instead of telling their doctor, they try to self-medicate, which leads to substance abuse. Often. It doesn't always. About half the people that I know have DID do drugs, but they don't have an addiction. They just are trying to treat their symptoms, and when they don't have drugs, it's not a problem. I mean, personality disorders is very obvious. Autism spectrum disorder, yes. Actually, most of the people that I know that have DID, almost all of them have autism. 30 to 70% of those diagnosed with DID have a history of borderline personality disorder. Yep. That's common too. Presentations of dissociation in people with schizophrenia differ from those with DID as not being rooted in trauma. Yeah. In this distinction could be effectively tested, although both conditions share a high rate of auditory hallucinations in the form of voices. Yeah. Okay. I actually misread something. So this entire paragraph is correct. Like, this whole paragraph is good. And then you go to, like, the paragraph before it, and it's just nonsense. So I got confused if it's true or not. After reading all these, what do you think of somebody deliberately doing it? Yeah, somebody is going through that. Somebody went through this article and deliberately made it look like DID is fake, but they didn't edit the person. It's very obvious that the person that went through and made it look fake didn't edit the entirety of the article. Like, they just tweaked a bunch of stuff to make it look worse. Because if this paragraph was written by the same person that was writing earlier, it would have said things like purported to and claim and things like that, because that's how it's written earlier in the article. Like, the person just did the beginning. It looks like the person just did the beginning, the part that you're most likely to read, and made it look as wishy-washy as possible. But yeah, if you find stuff that was actually done in good faith, instead of stuff that's trying to disprove that it exists. If you find things that are done in good faith, you'll find percentages to show that there's more people with DID than there are redheads. Like, there's a ton of people out there with DID. The problem is they're just afraid of the medical community. I don't know what ASJ is. Be more specific. What does ASJ stand for? I'm seeing a bunch of ASJs here. It's not sudden hate against DID. The problem is that most people were made aware of DID via Hollywood making horror films about it. That's the problem. It isn't sudden hate. It's that people... The problem is that people come to learn about it via a terrible way of learning about it. Like, I've always been like this. I just didn't understand what it was. And I never guessed that I was plural because of how badly it's represented in media. I had a very incorrect understanding of it. So I didn't realize that's what it was. So the thing that people are trying to disprove is the fictional version of DID that never existed in the first place. People are looking at how DID works in the movies and saying it's all made up, because it is. The way DID works in the movies is made up. That's not how DID actually works. But they're seeing this DID that's in the movies and assuming it to be what it is in reality. Why is the audio crackling? Hold on. Tell me what ASJ stands for. No. Don't subject me to current events, Sadesh. You need to remember that. If we're going to keep this relationship where I'm helping you do research, you need to remember not to subject me to current events. If you keep doing that, I'm going to have to ban you. But what does ASJ stand for? Okay, maybe you're talking about American Scientific Journal. Because I Googled it and I saw about a terror attack. I don't want to see that. Okay, I can't find it. It's okay, Sadesh. Just stay away from current events. Okay, let's get back to Pokemon. I need to deposit this Ditto and withdraw the Magmar. I mean, I'd have to see the article. If you can look back at if you can look back and find the article, I'll see if I can find the American version of it. And if I can't, then it's entirely a fabrication. And if I can, I'll be able to figure out if the journal that published this article is biased. Because a scientific journal should never say something like bootlicking. That's not how scientific journals work. That would be incredibly inappropriate. That's not how it works. Okay. Yeah, the article was probably fake then. Yeah, probably. If there's an article like that, then it was probably all edited and or fake articles. And yeah, spreading lies and hate would be exactly what it was doing. The problem, Sadesh, is that this is the internet. People can do whatever they want. I think AFOM is... What type is AFOM? Is that a fighting type or a normal type? Normal. We'll just assume that it only has normal attacks. Yep. Oh, I'm under-leveled. Oh well. I could have easily got outsped and hurt bad. Oh well. Okay, Paris has bug attacks. What's Bug's weaknesses again? Buggrass is weak, really weak to flying and fire. Lugia resists Bug. So, good. You know what? I haven't looked into it. I would assume that it's legal here because... Mormons... have multiple wives. But I don't actually know for sure. Okay, I believe Poliwhirl should have normal and water. I don't think it has fighting. So Meganium would be a good switch. Actually, Poliwrath would be a good switch. Hi! I don't think you ever advertised in my Discord. You can, there's a link to my Discord in the About page. I mean, you're a family member that, like, is keeping her from being subjected to the cruel world that seems to be very hostile towards trans people, so I think that's very natural. Oh, whoops, I didn't kill. Are you talking about the Discord? Yeah, I read everything that's in the Oasis Discord. I don't type daily, like I don't interact daily, but I read everything. You're welcome to be there, if that's what you mean. I will say don't ask your questions in the Oasis, though. Because the way you ask questions, because you don't live here, you're not used to interacting with, people like this, you say things that can be hurtful to sensitive people, and there's a lot of sensitive people in my Discord. It's a safe haven for people where they know they won't be triggered, and the way you ask questions can be triggering. So you're welcome to join the Discord, but don't ask questions or say things that would imply bad things about trans or plural people. Or if you do, ask it in the serious channel. I'm saying ask if you want to ask questions or you want to say things about trans or people that are trans or with DID, you should say it in the serious channel. I don't know what you mean by do you have any other? I don't know what you're asking. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's like a suggestive, there's nude, there's political, and there's violent. So, like, you should read the descriptions for each of those channels and make sure that when you're saying something that is serious, or could hurt someone's feelings, you say it in the appropriate channel. If you just read the rules and read the descriptions of channels, you'll be good. Oh, I had to use these X items. And I forgot to box the bright powder. Sadesh, it's the Oasis is my Discord. I'm in all of it. And yeah, you can like ask me questions and stuff. Just make sure you at me so that I see the question in a timely manner. Because I'll always see it eventually, but I might not see it soon. Yeah. Okay, which one do I need to withdraw? Swinub. Whoops. No. Okay, I need to actually pay attention. 3. It's 3 down. I need to remember to use X special. Yeah, just, you can ask them in the Oasis, just make sure you're asking them in the, correct channel in the unsafe category. I don't know, Sadesh. I don't know. I just know that a lot of the questions that you've asked would hurt a lot of people in my Discord's feelings, so you just gotta be careful where you talk. No. That's a huge thing about my Discord, is it's a judgment-free zone. Anybody that harasses anyone or anything like that gets banned. Okay, I gotta run to the restroom. I'm gonna run an ad break. I'll be back. Yeah, I wear glasses. Yeah. There's plenty of married trans women. All of the above. $29. Polyrath is fine. It depends on the state. In some states, that would be considered a gay marriage and isn't legal. I'm pretty sure. What? Let me check the state of gay marriage. All 50 states now. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Some states you're not allowed to legally change your gender. So they are categorized as same-sex marriage, but like it doesn't matter because it's legal everywhere. So hold on. Let me do some research, because stuff changes, you know? Yeah. In some states, there is a surgical requirement to change legal sex, but in most places. Huh. Hold on. Okay. In most places in America, it's nobody else's business whether or not you've had an operation. And it's kind of barbaric that that's even a factor. Nobody else should need to know whether or not you've had an operation or not. it's not their business to know you the state of your genitals. That's inappropriate, in my opinion. In most trans people's opinions, it's inappropriate. Because in an area where it is required to have surgery in order to change your gender marker, everyone that sees that you've changed your gender marker on your ID or whatever knows that you've had surgery. And it's none of their fucking business. They shouldn't have a way to learn that. Submission, you take damage, right? It's got recoil? Yeah, it has recoil. Sidesh, it's inappropriate to ask people. You need to... First, you need to check that they're comfortable talking about sensitive topics about them being trans. You can't just come out and ask someone about their genitals. That's inappropriate. I believe Sandslash only knows normal and poison attacks. Yeah, I understand. And since Octavia made a joke about it, I assume that Octavia understands too. Okay, so Nidoking should have poison, fighting, and normal. So, Lugia. Yeah, I understand. You need to first find someone that says they're willing to talk about it, though. You might be able to do that in the Discord. That would be in the nude channel is where you would ask that. Because you're talking about a sexual topic. Be right back is what it means. Okay, Seaking should only have flying attack. I don't have anything that resists that, so... Psychic. Flying and normal, obviously. Yeah, I understand. Well, I'm immune to electric, and I have earthquake, and I'm over-leveled, so... Swinub gets to do a rare fight. Yeah, no, I understand, Sadesh. I get why you're asking. It just means that You need to just find someone that says they're willing to talk about it. That being said, I don't know if anybody active in my community has had surgery because I don't ask people. Okay, time for X accuracy. I should have switched to Eevee and used the X accuracy with Eevee. Oh well. I'm gonna assume Farfetch has normal and flying attacks. Poliwrath has a super effective attack. Yeah, but that's the case for any surgery, Sadesh. Connecting that to specifically gender-affirming surgery is literally just a way to manipulate the information. Any surgery you have has those same risks. That's not how it works, though. Gay people don't get surgery because they're gay. That's not how that works. Trans people and gay people aren't the same thing. I don't know, it's a movie. If that happened in real life, then she was 100% trans. The way you worded that, it seems to imply that the movie portrayed her as gay and not trans. Okay, do I have anything super effective against Gyarados? Gyarados should have water and normal attacks. And dark attacks. So don't use Lugia. Because Gyarados has bite. So Poliwrath and Meganium both resist it. So I'll just use Poliwrath. No, you don't transition. You don't you transition because you're trans. Yes. And maybe for some people, part of why they transitioned was so that they can be with somebody. But you transition because you're trans. I haven't had anything to eat today. I just had coffee. I usually am not hungry for breakfast. I will need to eat soon because I need to take my meds soon though. And I have to eat with my meds. I don't know. Probably something frozen that I can microwave, because that's generally what I eat. I don't eat much sweet foods. I do like spicy food, but that sounds like a language barrier thing. The options aren't spicy or sweet. The options are sweet or savory. Spicy is the stuff that burns your tongue, and just because something doesn't hurt your tongue doesn't mean it's sweet. There's actually plenty of sweet and spicy things. Okay, I don't need to use the rod right now. I like chicken tikka masala, which is a dish that they sell at Indian restaurants, but, was actually created in Ireland. That's my favorite dish. I also like pizza and burgers. I'd say that's my big, that's like my three top foods probably. Actually, after this battle, I think I'm gonna save and eat. I probably should eat soon. And then I'm gonna end stream, but I'll probably be back later. After I finish eating. Okay, what kind of moves does a quillfish have? Level 31 quillfish knows pin missile, water gun, minimize and harden. Bug and water, huh? So I should use Poliwrath. Well, no, Lugia Lugia doesn't resist bug, so Poliwrath. Oh no. Okay, hypnosis worked. So Tentacruel knows poison and water. Poliwrath is fine. It's 12:35 p.m.
I don't know. I haven't been outside today. Yesterday it was chilly, but overall it's been hot. And raining a lot. It rains almost every day right now. Alright, I'm gonna end stream for now so I can eat lunch. I'll probably be back in like less than an hour.